Very good. All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to GosuCup America. This will be the last game of the night, I believe. It is going to be Eosin +4 versus Grats Tho for round number 4, and a big name clash here if you follow any sort of North American Dota whatsoever. Of course, Grats Tho famous for, a lot of things really. They placed first in the last GosuCup America. They played very well against Team Lust, who had Mikey on it. They're a very strong team. Arteezy, one of the best mids as well. They're going to be participating in Killing Spree North America, taking over Fnatic NA's spot in that regard. I'm not sure if any of you really know that or not, but we did talk about that in the last Killing Spree broadcast. Of course, Eosin +4. Eosin known to be part of the team LSD, Low Skill Dickheads with Blitz, Purge, as well as, I believe, Fluff. They went to that land together, so Eosin's also rather well known. So some big name players here right now. This is going to be a clash of the Titans. We'll have to see. Grats Tho's had their way pretty much every single game. They had a little bit more of a tough time against Isris, but, this could be interesting. This could be very interesting. Once again, I am Maut. Joining me is Jay. How are you doing tonight, my friend?
Doing very well, man. I appreciate you having me on for these few games. It's been a lot of fun, despite, like you said, Grats Tho pretty much dominating the games for the most part. But I don't know. I have a feeling here that this one's going to be a lot closer, and we should see some exciting gameplay come out.
I'm actually getting a piece of paper right now and
Oh yeah,
writing down overlay right next
yes.
to me.
I was almost even just going to tell you right when the game started, just be like, "Hey, Mod, overlay," and that was it.
Overlay. I had my XSplit up on my other monitor, and I still didn't even see that the overlay was still screwed up. Clearly out of it today. It's all right, guys. I was up at like 4 in the morning casting for the Dota 2 charity event, Dota 2 Marathon, which is done, by the way. Hopefully they raised a lot of money. I think the last time I went there was $1,500, which is still quite a bit, so that's good for them. Bands coming out here real quick, back in the game. Batrider as well as the West Band for Grats Tho. Undying as well as the Nyx Assassin. Eosin will pick up that Keeper of the Light there, allowing Grats Tho to go for really whatever they want. So once again, this is the GosuCup America number 3. In fact, the third one. Yay! I do know about RTZ playing against 4PL earlier, or excuse me, against Empire in 4PL earlier today. I'm going to have an announcement about that sometime later tonight, so I'll have that for you guys, so stick around later on tonight. Not sure when I'm going to do it, but you should be able to watch that right here. No promises, but I'm going to try to get it done for you. Luna and the Shadow Demon picked up from Grats Tho. Very nice pickups there. Of course, they don't have the Wisp. Last time I saw Luna head mid with RTZ, they had a Wisp, and what they did is they just relocated and they would use Eclipse right off the bat on top of like 3 or 4 heroes and just kill everybody. So that's not going to be able to happen here. They'll probably put Luna in the safe lane or in an aggressive tri lane with Goody playing it, but I'm not really sure. Eosin has their pick of the litter with both Darkseer and Magnus. Once again, though, that would be the third game in a row that they essentially let that go, and they completely, absolutely dominate the other team because of it. Or, it's still too early to tell, of course. If Eosin would have any more success than either of the other teams would, but still, obviously Grats Tho has a very comfortable feeling playing against those here, but Lone Druid's going to be picked up from Eosin +4. We saw Nova play that, and then the Lifestealer, too. Okay, so they're going to pick up that Lifestealer, and a battle of Lifestealer versus the Luna again. It's pretty much a story as old as time. Like the Beauty and the Beast. If any
Oh
of
my
you
God, I was
watched
just
that
going to
movie.
say it, but I let you take it. That's
I'm glad
exactly
we're on
right.
the same wavelength of Disney movies right now. It's good. It's
It's
very good.
wonderful.
Yeah. I can
Wow,
sing
though.
for you guys too if you want.
Nope, no, I don't think they want that. I'll speak on their behalf right now. So, honestly, though, no, it's fine. But the Lone Druid, Lifestealer, yeah, nothing out of the ordinary here. Very strong, very common carries in this game, this day and age. And they're going to fit perfectly in this team. You know, the Lifestealer with that Keeper, he can spam up that open wounds to set up the kills, the Rage. Got no problem. The Lone Druid can take that off lane. If he can pull it properly, it can do a pretty good time, depending on who he goes solo against. So I'm pretty, they should be pretty confident with those three. I'm just trying to figure out now. It's going to be the Bounty Hunter, who wasn't picked or banned the last game we casted, but obviously a very good hero as well for that side lane. And then if that's the case, he would be up against a Lone Druid 1 versus 1, and you would think that would go in Lone Druid's favor at that point.
Oh, absolutely. The Lone Druid's so good against that Bounty Hunter. It's a very tough time for that Bounty Hunter to really be able to get some last hits without getting harassed by that Spirit Bear, and for good reason. We saw it, I think, at the first game it was, where they had Lone Druid on the side of Grats, though, and the Bounty Hunter was on the other opposing team. So, I mean, and the Bounty Hunter just got absolutely destroyed. So the Lone Druid getting some entangles can have a nice time against that Bounty Hunter. Will it happen is the question. I'm not 100% sure. We do have the second ban phase to go through, which is probably
5 seconds
there's like
remaining.
there's stages of a pick ban phase here. I think in captain's mode, there's the first two bans are like, all right, those are pretty quick. That's it's fine. We didn't have to really theory craft a whole lot. The three picks usually come out in a decent order, and it's always exciting to theorize what's going to happen there. But this is really where it starts stagnating in the pick ban phase. Like those last three bans for both teams just take like so long for some reason for me, and it's just like I wish you would really just pick up something right now. I really can't theory craft this long. It's really frustrating. But I'm
Yeah,
complaining for no reason. I don't know why.
no, it's fine. No, that's what you have to do. Sometimes you have to think about a little bit of filler. You have to just kind of theorize because they have a good amount of time to choose these bans and picks, and there's only so much, especially with the only three heroes. They have a lot more options to go. We still have a mid lane, we still have support. I mean, they definitely got their options open. So I'm definitely interested to see who gets banned out here. I expect some middle heroes for sure to get banned out. Maybe Quap if they're experienced with that kind of hero. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to tie all this together
10
on
seconds
Eosin's team.
remaining.
I'm kind of thinking where's their team fight aspect. They haven't
5
really
seconds
achieved that yet,
remaining.
but I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, they've got the Illuminate, which is great, and if they can get a Queen of Pain to send mid, I think they'd certainly be okay. In terms of like AoE damage for a hero like a support hero, Rubik would be one of them, but they just banned him out, so that's not going to be available. I mean, other support heroes that can provide AoE damage, Tidehunter would be one of them, but of course that needs to be like melee range for Kraken Shell to hit off, and the Ravage is obviously level 6 required. Magnus is actually still in the pool, by the way. Just throwing that out there. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yes, he is. You know who else is in the pool?
No, who is?
Dark's here.
Oh, okay. All right, well.
Neither of them picked up or banned yet, and that's actually pretty intriguing that neither of them. Like they're either of them. I would think at least one would be used at this point because of their
10
AOE
seconds
synergy
remaining.
with everyone else. But no, neither has been chosen yet. So I'm interested to see if they're even
5
gonna get banned
seconds
or
remaining.
picked up here.
I feel like this is a Mexican standoff for the bands right now. They're like, all right, we'll
Reserve
maybe
time.
ban Darkseer if you maybe ban the Magnus, but I don't think any team wants to really like put that off the table there. But Eosin's the first to draw
Dire
blood.
team banned.
The Magnus ban is gone. Poor Magnetar, or Magnasterus as he's called in Dota 2 for whatever the fucking reason.
Because he's like a
Um,
rhino in this game, man.
I know. I mean, but
Plus legal stuff.
right, I guess so. Like, thanks Blizzard.
Jeez, you a-holes. No.
We love you. We love you. We love you, Blizzard. We love your StarCraft game. It's fun, but don't make it again.
There's the Quap ban, so
There is the Quap ban, so
expecting
that will be not available for more AoE damage from the side of Eosin +4. They'll ban out Gyrocopter with that last ban out there.
Dire team
Smart ban, I
banned.
believe. And of course, one more for Grats, though, and that'll be the end of the pick ban phase for the second bans at least. And then we have to get 2 more picks for both teams. We're getting there, guys. Don't worry. We're going to reach our goal eventually. It's going to happen.
They've taken their sweet time, but we are getting there. And I would expect maybe one more mid hero to get taken out of the loop here. I mean, of course, there are still a good amount of supports that they could decide to ban out as well, but the options are here. 20 seconds, though. Oh, that's before reserve time. Boy, we still got plenty. But it's going to be Delina.
See, I was talking about the AoE damage, and I think that would have been a good ban there, and it was a good ban, I think, from the side of Grats, though, just making sure that Light Strike Ray is not available, nor the Dragon Slave. Laguna Blade single target does a lot of damage, especially if you can get some levels on her, which is the big if, I suppose. Eosin +4 has about 59 seconds of reserve time, as well as 20 seconds on top of that to pick whatever they really feel like picking. And I'm not sure what they're going to go for here. Still waiting.
10 seconds remaining.
Still waiting, but
Still waiting.
we know what kind of
5
role they're
seconds
looking to get
remaining.
here. Probably a mid or support in this pick. So the question is, they might want to just go support
Reserve
first. They don't
time.
have to show their cards with their mid hero. They get that kind of choice afterwards. Since they don't know what mid they're going up against quite yet, that might be an option. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they decide to go for here. With 45 seconds left of reserve time, not really sure.
I think they need a mid hero that definitely can set up a fight well. Like Quap would have done it, but obviously not an option now. So, maybe they can find another hero that does a similar kind of thing with decent initiation as well as some nice damage for the fight. You said Puck before. I don't know. I don't know how well that would go, but at least it would be a really nice setup for a hero. But Bane.
He's a hero that I think that has been seen a lot recently, and I think that's a strong pickup for them. Certainly, works really well. Nightmare is such a good ability just to get everything going, everything started. So um, we will have to see how that does pan out for them. Right now, Eosin +4 has 4 heroes. Grats, though, does have 3, and they're going to pick up something here in just a moment. They could send that bounty hunter to the side lane. They'd probably need to pick up a mid hero or a carry if they want to send Luna there, but I don't think they would. I think they would rather pick up a mid hero just on its own, and there's not many of them available. As you can see, a lot of them were banned out.
5 seconds remaining.
Grats, though, does run some peculiar lineups. I mean, you saw the Weaver in the previous game. It's not necessarily peculiar. It's been seeing a lot more play as of recently, but still works just fine. Grats, though, is going to be picking up somebody in just a moment. Not sure what it's going to be. 1 minute in reserve time, though, so they could use another support right now. Of course, the Codal not available, neither is the Nyx Assassin. Shadow Demon already picked up for them. Maybe they can go for something like the Vengeful Spirit, have that swap available, or I'm not really sure. They're going to want something to counteract this Lifestealer, I feel like, as well. Maybe they can get a Beastmaster and send him mid, which would be a lot of range, I think, but at the same time, it's really good to go through that magic immunity of that Lifestealer, so maybe they'll head down that route. I mean, there's a whole lot of options available, but not a whole lot of time left. Only 30 seconds left on reserve time right now for Grats, though. They're thinking about it, and they're thinking about it. They're still thinking about it. They're going to be thinking about it for a couple more seconds as well, I'm sure.
10 to 15, you might say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, Darkseer is still available, but at this point, it looks like both teams have their side lanes picked out. And mid, I mean, it could be used on this Grats Tho team for like a mid hero, but probably not at this point. They don't really need that AoE synergy, and they're going to pick up that Weaver for probably Sleazel again, so that could be a middle Weaver, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. I think that is going to be a mid-Weaver. I think they definitely send the Bounty Hunter into the... Well, maybe not. I mean, you could potentially send Bounty Hunter to the mid lane. It's not necessarily the best mid lane, but at the same time, I think Weaver has a little bit better time against that Lone Druid. At least, I mean, it might be negligible, actually. I mean, he does have that range on the Lone Druid, which is nice, and the Spirit Bearer, and as well as the Lone Druid himself would go down pretty quickly from that Chikuchi like we saw, so... I'm going to reserve judgment right now. I don't know whether it's going to be a mid-Weaver or a side lane Weaver, and I don't know who they're going to get last. Storm Spirit will be picked up from Eosin +4. I've seen this brand before from them. Works really well in conjunction with a lot of heroes like they have. Of course, the Nightmare with that Bane can set some things up. The jump is going to be nice to have. I mean, the Nyx Bomb from the Storm Spirit is really what you got to watch out for.
Yes, exactly. You called it right there, Nyx Bomb. It definitely has been shown to be really effective. You get him in there, just go halfway across the map, surprise someone. It's going to be a death. I also like the spells that they can easily break out of the Bane Nightmare that you were kind of getting into. You know, for example, Sepa Nightmare, Illuminate going to do its huge burst. They can't do much about it. Storm Spirit can then jump in and use all his moves. I mean, they're going to have a lot of options with that Bane, so I really like the synergy. And there's going to be a Sand King for their support, so kind of counteracting with some nice AoE to kind of wrap it up for them.
And Sand King's seeing a lot more play, actually, surprisingly enough. I think it's a hero that works really well, but he does require a bit of farm and some nice synergy with your team, which he, I think, has to a certain extent. Getting into the introductions here on the side of Grats Tho, Broccoli will be playing the Shadow Demon, Fun on the Sand King, Sleazel will be on that Weaver. Goody will be playing that Bounty Hunter, and RTZ will be on the Luna. Heading down to the Radiant side, my camera is very fast right now. Guanzo will be on that Lifestealer. Me will be on the Storm Spirit. We're going to see Rorgok on the Bane. Eosin on the Lone Druid to finish it all off as well. So actually, no wait, Mango Banana. He came up and brought the rear on that Keeper of the Light. So hold on a second. I'm just going to fix my camera settings. Un momento will be fine. I don't know why it keeps changing, but it does.
You'd think that would save from game to game.
Well, I have to fix my CFG, I think, for it to really work.
Yeah, that would
okay,
make
now I'm
sense.
pushing random buttons, and this isn't good. There we go. Heading to the top lane, looks like it's going to be a 5-man gang train coming. Sleazel will play very low. He has Shikuchi, so they would have to really just stunlock him as much as possible if they wanted to get the kill. If they found him, they're not going to dive the tower, I don't think. They'll throw in that Observer Ward here. It's a smart ward here. There's an Observer Ward down here as well. I think Yellow, Me is going to ping that out. They know that's there. I think Goody... I don't think it was Goody pinging that out. I'm pretty sure it was me. They saw that happening because I think they might have gotten into tower range there. We will have to see how it does play out here, though. We will see Rorgok and Mango Banana. It looks like they're going to rotate. And no, they're going to stay here. This is going to be an aggressive tri-lane. So Guanzo on that Lifestealer. up against what seems to be Sleazel on the Weaver, but of course that is going to be that tri-lane. Mango Banana as well as Rorgek, they're thinking about going on mid right now. Of course, RTZ playing that mid Luna, so I was completely wrong about what they're doing with these tri-lanes right now. They're going to put Bounty Hunter in a tri-lane with, of course, the Shadow Demon and, of course, the Sand King, which actually is really good when you think about it. That's a lot of killing potential. He's not even going to need to go for Shadow Walk early on. The Lone Druid, Eosin, might spot this out immediately. They might see him, they might not. He's going to walk right into ward position. They're going to spot him out. There is the haste for Goody. He can't really catch up to him. Eosin going to spot this out. He's actually going to back off now. Janata not doing nearly enough damage, but he'll just try to get him back. As you can see, the bear trying to chase after him as well. So he did go Janata first. And, there's no entangle. This will just be some right-click damage as well. And RTZ should have an okay time, but already 3 last hits going for the Storm Spirit, so there is that going for him. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Sleazel is going to have maybe a tough time here as well. So it's really going to depend, I think, on how mid goes and how the sideliners can do. You can send Lone Druid in this jungle, and looks like that's what he's doing right now. He's going to go into the jungle and get some farm, give that free lane to Goody, but I don't know if you really want to get like a ton of farm on your Bounty Hunter. Like, I mean, you want to get 6, that's great, but you don't necessarily need to get super amounts of farm on him either. Me taking some harass damage from RTZ in the mid lane. RTZ going to go for a quick bottle, we'll have it. You see Broccoli roaming around right now at this point. And RTZ is going to get another one there as well. So pretty even stuff. Sleazel's starting to get some last hits now, or trying to anyways. He's sitting at 0. He's just trying to get 1 there. Not going to happen, unfortunately. Meanwhile, middle lane, there's a big gank coming on RTZ. He's going to have to back up. There's the Nightmare. They're going to look for a pull, perhaps. He doesn't have pull. He's got Static Remnant and the Illuminate going to fly out. Plenty of damage. He's slowed up right now, but he should be able to get away. And that's the ganking power from the side of Eosin +4. They almost got the kill. Very close, but it doesn't happen. So they do waste a little bit of time. They do waste a little bit of experience, but they're going to head right back up to the top lane. It'll be okay. Eosin was trying to get... they were thinking about diving Eosin. Not going to happen, though. Eosin rather squishy on that Lone Druid before he gets that ultimate form. RTZ back at full health right now. Me's going to get Lucent beamed up as well. He's going to go for a pull on him. Not nearly enough damage, nor is that going to do anything. He does have a bottle, so no harm, no foul there. So right now, looking pretty even. I mean, what needs to happen for one team to really get the lead here? I mean, it's pretty even.
Honestly, it's going to, I think, come down to the supports, how they roam, how they set up kills for their team. You know, obviously everyone's kind of farming at an even ratio almost exactly, and Lone Druid right now is really actually having a great time down here. He can go to the jungle if he needs to. They didn't ward any of those camps because they didn't really know what he was going to do, so he actually won't have too much trouble in this bottom lane. But at the same time, Bounty Hunter is getting his own kind of free farm, so he'll kind of be a presence to deal with in this mid game most likely. I really like the choice of the Luna mid that we didn't really think about early on. Compared to the other heroes, he doesn't have to worry about getting too much in melee range. He's got a lot of range on that Lucent Beam and a lot of attack damage as well for last hitting. So I think, honestly, he should put up a pretty good fight in this middle lane against Storm Spirit.
Absolutely. He's already sitting on 13 last hits. 15 for the Storm Spirit, so RTZ not getting the better of the lane just yet, but that can change, obviously, using his Lucent Beams to get last hits and a nice deny as well. So just trying to make sure he loses as little as possible and takes as much as possible. Goody going to be taking some harass damage from this bear here, but there might be a gank on Eosin right now. He's playing very far out. As you can see, there is that ward, that sentry ward. Disruption not going to fly, actually. They realize that Mango Banana might be roaming in here, so Goody will back off. No entangle just yet from that Spirit Bear. If there was, then he would maybe think twice about going there. Weaver now sitting at 6 last hits, so he's gotten a few still, though. I mean, the Lone Druid having a little bit of a better time. Sleazel trying to get out. He, of course, Rorgak doing a nice job there. Sleazel's now sitting just AFK right here in the lane. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's going to Shikuchi now. Bane will pause. I think he was just doing that out of respect to make sure everything was okay.
Wow, was that just for his sake?
I'm pretty sure it was just a manner pause just to make sure Sleazel was okay.
I love that. I love seeing manner pauses like that. That's really nice.
Cool. That is pretty cool. Now RTZ sitting at 19 last hits right now in that mid lane. He's going to be going for Tranquils, I'd imagine, first. Doesn't have a... Actually, he's got a bottle, which is going to be crowed back to him in just a moment. Me also has pretty much everything that RTZ has. He's got 391 gold as well. Roaming around his Broccoli, I think he was stacking up those Ancients. Now he thought about it, didn't actually happen, and Vizrune's going to be taken. He might go mid right now and try to go on me, who is going to look for that rune in the bottom lane. He's not going to find it. So Broccoli's going to sit here, wait for maybe RTZ or some other support to come in. Me's actually going to roam right around, going to head back to the lane through, of course, the safe path on the high ground here. As you can see, RTZ continuing to try to maybe think about pushing this lane out, as you can see, and he might just do that as you...
Middle.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be the Disruption flying in. The Soul Catcher will hit as well. There's going to be a Lucent Beam to fly. He doesn't have level 6. There's the Burrow Strike, and he is dead. Fun's going to take some tower damage. The TP rotation is going to come in from Rorgak, but not in time. That is first blood going for Broccoli, going to provide him a little bit of gold on that support, which he really needs, too. Guanzo sitting at 18 last hits, RT at 20, RDZ, excuse me, at 26. Meanwhile, Lone Druid getting a kill, though, on Goody in the bottom lane. Of course, they have that Sentry Ward there. Nice job. The Entangle, I think. No, there was no Entangle. It was just the help, of course, of that Keeper of the Light hitting and Illuminate right when they needed it to. So, excellent job in that bottom lane. We do see still roaming around mid here. Broccoli and Fun, they might try to go again, but there is, of course, Rorgok and me. They throw up a Sentry Ward right now, making sure they've got vision. RTZ might get initiated on. Is the Nightmare going to come? No, it doesn't look like it. He'll take some more last hits as well in top lane. You can see a little bit of a dive from Sleazel, actually, just trying to get some last hits. Guanzo maybe thinking about going on him, but as soon as he open wounds, he'll Shikuchi right away, I'd imagine. Pulling from Mango Banana right now. Still mid. There is going to be the smoke gank. There's going to be a disrupt, perhaps the Lucent Beam. There's the disruption. Soul Catcher going to fly and hit as well. The Burrow Strike will go. He is not level 6 yet, and he's going to go down again. And RTZ with another excellent kill there. Nice job. Good gank coming in from the SK as well as the Shadow Demon. So they'll head back to either the jungle or their respective lanes. They're going to ward Broccoli down in the bottom end there. So
this is timing. This is all about timing. This is why Grats is really doing an amazing job. They know Storm Spirit's not 6 yet. As soon as he hits 6, he can avoid these ganks kind of well. At least he has a chance. When he's 5, he really doesn't have a great thing against those mini stuns or stuns. So, you know, this timing, like I said, is just really ideal. Of course, when he hits 6, they're not going to be able to do this kind of stuff. So, you know, really great job knowing what level he is and when to kind of take the fight to the Storm Spirit.
yeah, he's still not 6 just yet, and he actually has to wait for another creep camp, essentially. He's going to have to go in the jungle and look for it himself. This should propel him to 6, which will give him that ball lightning, i.e. that way to escape and not die. Oh, he's 1 kill away. If they're here and looking for a gank, they could certainly go on him again, but he could skill that ball lightning as soon as he gets in range of another last hit. He's actually going to go to another creep camp right now smartly. Just make sure he's 6 before he heads back into that mid lane so he doesn't go down. They do see the Bane coming up here. They might go for it. He's going to throw up an Observer Ward and then back off, so they're not going to head for that. There's the Sentry Ward here as well. I'm not sure if they have vision. No, it doesn't look like they have vision of that Dire Observer Ward. So, meanwhile, Eosin sitting at 580 gold, of course, with an Orb of Venom on his Spirit Bear, not going for anything like that Hand of Midas or anything like that. There are 3 mid, however, just sitting in the back. They are going to go for a smoke. They have sentries. They should see this. Me's going to back off immediately. Broccoli will take some tower damage, and so now there's the end of that gank, that smoke gank, which didn't really accomplish a whole lot, but it doesn't matter regardless. Goody now sitting at approximately level 6. He has track available. The bear has Entangling Claws as well. Going for a Gloves of Haste could either be that Maelstrom or the Midas, depending on how his farm goes in the next few minutes. Fun now going to come down here. They might actually find Mango Banana. If they can scout him out, there's going to be an initiate with a track, followed up by the kill, perhaps. Oh, just so much damage with that Janata. Mango Banana going to go down. Goody's going to get the kill, and that's a track kill as well. Just too much.
Yeah, that was amazing damage. Half his health without the track even up there. The phase boots will do that with that level 3 Janata. I mean, it's a big hit. And, of course, like you said, the Burrow Strike, really well timed. I love seeing the smoke. I believe that's like the 3rd smoke, possibly, that we've already seen, maybe Sec 2 or 3. But they're being really active, and that's kind of what I was saying. It was going to come down to these supports, how well they're going to roam around, set up these kills, and it's exactly what they're doing right now for Grats, though. So starting to build the advantage in their favor.
Yeah, and they did actually purchase all of the smokes out right now. Heading to the bottom lane, Rorgok's here. Doesn't have Fiend's Grip yet. He's only level 4. Goody's here right now. He's going to maybe think about going here. Eosin should back off. There's too many people. As you can see, the Illusion going to get killed. They're going to roam around. RTZ's going to pick up this DD rune. He's actually going to get his bottle, then pick it up. Or something. He's going to let Fun have it, then he's just going to take it. That's interesting. Meanwhile, Entangle on Goody right now. He's going to try to Shadow Walk away. There is the Sentry Ward, however. He should go down. He's going to get disrupted defensively. Nice job there. They can't continue to go on him. He's actually rather low. He will survive. Sleazel, meanwhile, going to chase after Eosin on another Entangle, this time on Sleazel, but he will time-lapse, trying to get out. That bear doing so much damage with that Entangle. Very lucky procs there. It seems like every game today there's just been lucky Entangle procs, but Sleazel will have to use that time-lapse. They're going to try to push this bottom tower, which is low, but of course it has that fortification glyph available. Top lane, Guanzo's farming. He's at 46 last hits, going for the FNC build with the phase boots into drum, perhaps, I'd imagine. This tier 1 is going to go down with RDZ going to take the last hit here. No, Weaver's going to get it. I thought for sure RDZ is going to pick it up, but it doesn't matter nonetheless. A nice pull coming in. I think Fun was doing it just so that they couldn't defend the tower, and top lane's also going to start getting pressure now.
Middle tower is under attack.
Absolutely. So we'll see if they can do anything top, but you know, I think they could be able to defend it. Actually, it looks like they're still staying bottom with 4 heroes, so maybe they're looking to continue the pressure of the tier 2, make Radiant have to fall back here and kind of put up some kind of defense. Lone Druid can only do so much at this point in the game. You know, it doesn't have really any items. Bounty Hunter actually getting that kill.
Where was he? Where did he get that kill?
That was top lane.
So he got a solo kill on a tri lane?
You remember how much that Janata did. I mean, he
yeah.
really does a lot at this point.
They have sentries? It doesn't look like it, so
Dire's middle tower
Goody will be
is
just
under
fine.
attack.
Bottom lane's being pressured. There's about a 2,000 gold and experience advantage for Grats, though, right now. Arteezy's not going to try to fight underneath that tower. Me's farming in the mid lane. He's trying to get his CS back up and get something going for him. I don't know what else he's got on him in terms of... There's something flying out to him right now. It is his tread, so he'll have that going for him, as well as the 10-minute room, which is actually going to spawn bottom, and Sleazel's going to take that regen, or just maybe think about saving it for Arteezy. In fact, will do so. He's going to give some bottle charges to Sleazel, then give it right back to Arteezy, and he'll be able to take that and bottle it up, as you can see. Heading down now, Smoke Gank again, like we talked about before. Eosin not thinking about traveling out too much further, and Mango Banana as well, so they need to be careful. Mango Banana could absolutely die instantaneously. They're going to get spotted out right now. Eosin's going to go down, perhaps nice disruption. There's going to be the Soul Catcher as well. Eosin looking to go down. Illuminate's going to fly. Broccoli taking quite a bit of damage. There's the Burrow Strike, the Lucent Beam as well. TP going in on Broccoli. There's open wounds on him. And he is dead, so he cannot do anything about that. So despite having more numbers there, they just couldn't fight, especially with all the tankiness on the side of Eosin. So good fight there for them to pick up that kill. And meanwhile, with Sleazel taking some damage in the mid lane, Me is just providing a little bit of harassment there, but nothing too crazy. So
That was the disruption, man. You know, it's a great tool for Sam kills, but sometimes it takes too long, especially near a tower. They were able to teleport in. Once away, they could react to it, and that was kind of what made the gang come to a standstill. And he did pay for his life with that lucky integral proc, like you said, but are they going to get some here at bottom?
It's going to be tough. They're going to have to wrap all the way around. Mango Banana might be the first choice here. Eosin is also very far behind. Guanzo has his Rage available, so they probably cannot go on him. They could do some right-click damage. They're looking to go on Mango Banana. There's going to be the Swarm. Illuminate going to play. He's going to try to TP out, but the Burrow Strike immediately getting the kill. There's the Eclipse. Guanzo's going to be able to try to use his Rage out of it, but Bounty Hunter, meanwhile, getting a kill on the tower. Only one dead so far. Guanzo is the next. Oh, no, he gets into a creep somehow, but not low enough or high enough, in health. He is going to go down. Sand King getting the kill, but this does allow Eosin to perhaps escape. He's got the Hand of Midas recipe done, so he did buy that out before he got out of there. Did not die, but they did lose two there, and a good gank from the side of Grats, though.
Yeah, that was definitely a nice play there, wrapping around there. Kodal he's so squishy, and who wouldn't go for the tasty mango, whatever his name is? I mean, it's a very fruity sounding thing. I'd want to go for him every time,
Mango
frankly.
Banana, actually. So
I mean, that sounds like a great smoothie flavor, frankly.
Double the fruit, double the fun.
That sounds like a gum ad. Anyways,
it is.
But you know they had the great way to go for that kill, and TP maybe he thought he could get away from. Of course, Weaver has a weakness there; it doesn't have an interruption, but the Sand King does. So he did fall, and they got a couple good picks there, and it's back in their favor.
Oh, goody. What are you doing? He's actually going to right on top of Mango Banana. Is he going to get the kill? There's the pull coming in. Sleazel's going to finish this off. Will absolutely do so. Now Goody's going to try to go on Me, who has Ball Lightning. He's going to Ball Lightning away. Has enough mana to do it again. Sleazel's continuing to chase. He's going to do it on the high ground. He should be able to get out of here. And a TP rotation. Sleazel really wants this kill. He doesn't have enough mana for time lapse. He's got his wand charge. Brain Sap maybe going to come in. Goody's looking for Me. Going to find him. No. Yes. There he goes. And Sleazel's going to survive again. He's going to try to get out, but Goody will go down with Bane getting the kill. So Sleazel will survive, but Goody will not. Guanzo's coming around right now. So Sleazel's kind of trapped in here. He's got Shikuchi still. He can TP out if he can get a nice rotation. Meanwhile, mid lane, we're going to see an initiation here. Mango Banana taking a lot of damage. There's the Shadow Poison going as well. They want this kill on this bear. They're going to get it as well. Rorgak now. Open wounds on the phone. He's going to Sandstorm. Nice job there. It doesn't matter. He is dead. Lifestealer getting that kill with Illuminate flying out as well. Is it going to be a 2-for-1 trade? Well, 2-for-2 trade because Mango Banana went down so quickly. Still, the track gold, always a nice thing to happen. Disconnection coming in from that Storm Spirit, so we'll get a pause and we'll jump back in the game in just a moment. Looks like Armlet's going to be finished up for the Lifestealer at any moment now once he gets that recipe. So.
Oh, he's not going Radiance in this game?
No,
that's
this game.
That's very different, isn't it? No, these guys are going very typical item builds. Makes a lot of sense. That Armlet's so good for just toggling on and off in his fights. Lone Druid did get that Hand of Midas. You probably mentioned that, but either way, he has that for his farm. With 600 gold sitting on top of that. So maybe looking to get his bear a pair of boots next so he can keep up with people. It's at least nice to have a base pair of boots so he can just, run pretty quickly and harass people. But all around, honestly, I kind of wanted to say the comment that it almost looked like Pinoy Dota at some point. I mean, the fact that they're diving past tier 2 towers at 13 minutes is just a little ballsy. Okay, it's really ballsy. And, at some point, you got to think, is it worth this much dive? I guess with the track you could say it, but I don't know. It's kind of crazy.
It is kind of like Pinoy Dota. I have to agree with you there. 5,000 gold now going for Grats, though. 1,000 only in experience, and they're not that far ahead. I mean, 5,000 at 13 minutes is a lot, but of course a lot of that coming from track as well. one Oblivion Staff up for the Bounty Hunter, so that's going to be an Orchid Malevolence as he's got that other Ring of Basilius. Excuse me, Sage's Mask. Broccoli sitting on Boots, and that's it. RTZ now with Drum and Tranquil's finished. Ring of a Kill as well. He'll probably go BKB next if he decides to go for the normal item progression. Mech's now going to start getting built for the Shadow Demon. Sleazel sitting on the Wraithband. The Bear going to entangle Goody, just doing some damage. Arcane's up on the Sand King. If he can get, of course, that Blink Dagger, he'll be in a very good position. Oh, huge Illuminate flying through. Sleazel will time-lapse that. Goody doesn't have that luxury. He's going to head up, and he's actually going to pick up the Haste Rune, or maybe just babysit it here. He will pick it up, and he's going to maybe go top. He's going to pick up a Quarterstaff as well. Just needs the Robe of the Magi for that second Orchid, or Oblivion Staff, and then he'll have that Orchid once the recipe's done as well. That's it. I mean, I feel like that cost could be nerfed just a little bit. Just make it a little bit cheaper. I mean, just a little bit, and then people would buy it certainly a lot more. At least that's my opinion on the item. I don't know.
Well, maybe you should submit your ideas to Valve, and we'll see what they
I've
have.
got a lot of big ideas. I think Ice Frog would love them.
You're going places, aren't you?
I am.
You got
And
these
not
big
just in
ideas.
casting. Not just in casting, but just like, I'm going to be a developer. I'm going to develop stuff.
I can tell by all of your ideas I've heard so far.
Yeah, I know. They're really good. Don't even lie. You like all of them.
I certainly do. Look at this bounty hunter, half health, hunting around, snooping around here, seeing maybe if there's a delicious mango banana, to pick off the tree. But unfortunately, not the case for him. So he's just going to backtrack here. Maybe look to get a couple more farms. I mean, you see that Quarterstaff sitting there. He's a few hundred gold off that next Oblivion Staff, and then from there it's just the recipe, and that's going to be amazing against Sword Spirit. Pretty much the best item against him. Maybe you could, say a couple others are close, like the Sheepstick, but, essentially once they get that, that Storm Spirit's going to have a really hard time until he gets that BKB up.
Speaking of having a hard time,
Sean has fallen
Yep.
that Aegis is going to make it very difficult for the Radiant in the coming fights right now. I mean, Eosin sitting at 1,700 gold with the Midas, which is great and everything. Guanzo finishing up his armlet, which is actually going to provide quite a bit of damage, but that Aegis is going to provide that extra life for RTZ. He's going to get something done soon. He's probably going to go for BKB, I'd imagine, or just more damage, but I think a BKB might be a better choice. Yeah, I'd say it is. Just because that Nightmare not going to be able to use on you, and like the Illuminate doesn't hit. Yeah, it's going to be able to, Fiend's Grip does go through it, but at the same time it doesn't do any damage, so I think BKB is probably the best option here for RTZ, and I imagine that's what he's thinking about going right now. He's going to head down into the top lane, looking to push more Guanzo, Mango Banana. I think they might smoke up here. I think they're thinking about it at least. Rorgok doesn't have one on him, nor does Eosin. It might be on the Courier. No, that's going to be an Ogre Club, so they're not going to smoke. Meanwhile, Goody continuing to farm the jungle right now. He's got his second Oblivion Staff done. Orchid is going to be done soon after. Fun is at really low health from something. I don't know what, but he is at very low health. And
He's been hurt for a while now. Another thing kind of just to point out is the warding. The Radiant, they don't have any right now, so they're playing really passively at this point. They have a couple wards up on this Bane, and he's finally going to use one here to get a little bit of vision as you circle out here. But, until that point, the Dire's just having their way with farm, and this gold is only going more in their favor at this point. So the Radiant really need to either, like you said, smoke or try to get something going, get a good pick off, and maybe push one of these tier 1s. At least all three are still going up and strong.
I mean, Lifestealer will reach a critical mass, and it'll be tough to kill him, but I think with Grats Tho's lead, they have the items to do so, and I think that they're just giving Guanzo this false sense of security. There's going to be the BKB rage, on Guanzo. He'll be able to make it out just fine with all those TP rotations coming into the top lane. But that is no TP available, so right now they're actually going for a pull on Sleazel. He will Shikuchi away just in time. Very smartly, very neatly, making sure that he doesn't get touched. He's just like, oh god, they're all coming for me. So that's not going to happen. He's going to back off for the time being, but they can go again if they want to. They do have, they do know that he's over there. Some Radiant wards on the map here, giving him some vision as well. Top lane's getting pressured in the meantime, though. Nobody dead right now. 4 to 8, a little bit less in terms of kills like we saw the last game. 2,000 for experience. 5,000 for gold now for Grats Tho, so they're in a good position. Open wounds on RTZ. He's taking a bit of damage with that Illuminate flying. There's a defensive disruption. There's going to be an Infest as well. That Infest will go. Now, they're going to back off. They don't really want this Aegis to go down for nothing, but RTZ is going to wait for the next creep wave. Tier 1's getting pressured mid. There's a Glyph. They already used it. TP coming into the mid lane right now. They might try to fight this. Sleazel's looking to go on somebody. Ball lightning out. They're still going to try to chase this. Sleazel trying to go, and there's going to be a pause from Guanzo right now, who says that he's having lag. And 297 for Eosin. Yeah, I guess that's some lag there. I've seen worse.
But yeah, I do kind of feel for him there. That is unfortunate. Go's probably going to happen. Radiant's safe here. There's no way they can get a kill here. That Sand King's just too far back.
Yeah, it'd be tough. And Mia, she picks up a DD rune, but Rorgak now, he might go down. He's going to get nightmared, but RTZ's rather quickly on that Luna himself. Oh, the Burrow Strike not hitting right now, and they were trying to go. He's going to deny himself. No, Luna does get the kill, just barely somehow. Meanwhile, they do take that tower in the mid lane, but Broccoli's actually here alone right now. He's going to go right on top of Eosin with Goody helping out. Goody trying to get the kill. There's the Shuriken Toss that's going to hit, and that is a track kill as well. And that's going to make it more difficult for that Eosin to get some more farm. Of course, he has that Midas, but he'll lose some money from that, and it looks like he wanted to go for that Radiance, but it's just not going to happen, unfortunately, at least not yet anyway. Top tower's getting taken here, Guanzo. Very low life, well, mid life, actually, you could say, but Mead's going to take that tower just fine. That is a tier 1. Tier 2 now getting attacked here. There is a glyph available, of course, and they should be able to defend this. They don't have the Bounty Hunter here to really provide the track and the vision that they might need, but they're going to try to push it back anyways. They're going to wait. I think Bane's going to get a kill on the Sand King somehow. I don't know what happened there, but that wasn't good. Regardless, they're going to try to take this tower still. It's very low. Is it going to get fortified? There's the open wounds going. There's the fortification. Nice defensive disruption. Sleazel is slept right now. As you can see, he wants to take that tower. He's going to Shikuchi. There's going to be the Eclipse. Not doing really that much damage, but Guanzo going to go down. Nice armlet toggle. Here comes me on the backside, pulling Sleazel with the Time Warp. There's going to be an Entangle, and the Aegis is popped. And now they can't really fight this. Sleazel might go down here. Needs to Shikuchi now immediately. Looking for another kill is Goody. It's not going to happen, of course. RTZ using that Eclipse already. He tried to go, and they almost got that kill on the Lifestealer. It was just excellent use of that armlet there. That toggling was just so good. But the tower did go down. Did it get denied is the question. No, Goody did take it. So they lose one, but they actually did they lose? They lose the Aegis, but they take the tower. So overall, a decent trade, I think, getting them that extra gold that they need. No kills either. Mango Banana very low, and Goody's maybe thinking about going on him right now. The reaction would have to be very quick from Eosin to do anything, and here he goes. Goody's thinking about doing it. He's going to go right on top of him. There's the track, the silence as well. There's one more right click, and boom, he is dead. And now Eosin thinking about trying to chase. It's too late, though. Mango Banana is freaking dead, unfortunately. So Goody's going to get another track kill, so that's some more money for him, and he's going to be having a Vlad's recipe. There's going to be maybe a pull trying to go. Not going to happen, though. And another track up for him. Meanwhile, mid lane fun is here, so he's got a Blink Dagger as well. Haven't seen an Episetter just yet, but they very well may see one soon, so
that blink is going to be the reason why we're going to see it come up here. I mean, it's such a huge item for a hero like Sand King. Really allows him to set up the kind of fights initiations he really needs to. Otherwise, you know, you really have to get a really awesome positioning around the corner out of line of sight or something to get that epicenter channel off. I mean, they have multiple ways here to interrupt it, so you know he would have had to be really careful before, but now he's got that option to keep up with heroes or to come from afar and get that kill. Meanwhile, Luna just farming away in the Ancients, almost got that BKB you were talking about earlier. It's so close now. In fact, she'll have it after these Ancients. And that was actually really good timing about the Aegis death. You know, it was about to actually wear out. It was just about a minute off. So losing it there really didn't hurt them at all, and they got the tower, like you said. So a really good trade for them.
Absolutely. Fun almost going down to the Ancient Sack. It's a good thing he's still alive, but he'll have to get some regen. And there comes the full BKB for Luna to pick up right now. So RTZ finishing that off. He's level 12 as well. Leading the way in terms of levels, Nakes, the Bounty Hunter, the Weaver, and the Lone Druid, as well as, of course, the Luna. So right now, all of the carries, all the damage dealers are the ones leading the way. Surprise! That's kind of a shocker, I guess. Not really. 8,000 net worth for both Luna, of course, the Bounty Hunter, as well as the Lone Druid. So yeah, I mean, Lone Druid's just trying to get farm. He's got the Maelstrom now. Could be a Mjolnir next. He actually has a Gem of True Sight on his bear, realizing that maybe we want to make sure that we can kill Goody without him just, like, ganking all of us. So they're going to find him out real quick if they actually just run into him. So Goody is going to Shadow Walk again, but they will see him. They're going to turn right on top of him, or they're going to miss him somehow. Meanwhile, there's a giant bomb going in onto Sleazel. They have the gem, though. Sleazel is not going to be able to get out. He's going to get entangled. There's the time lapse. Shikuchi again, just too much damage, as you can see. Storm Spirit getting the kill there. Goody's going to back off. And now they have to realize that maybe they know that there's a gem there. I mean, they have to figure that they could think that there's a Sentry Ward there, but I think they need to find that gem first and foremost. Guanzo's going to be here with his armlet turned on, trying to farm away. Goody's going to be here as well. Guanzo not going to see that Shadow Walk in. I think actually he does. He pings it out. So looking to maybe go on here, but now they see them rotating through. I think this might give them vision this ward specifically. Maybe not. Oh, but there's going to be the open wounds. Goody now in some trouble. He's rather slow, as you can see, taking a lot of damage from that bear as well. The bear with the Gem of Truth set on. Goody's going to go right back in. They will see this blink out from, of course, the fun there, but still they lose Goody. And now with that gem up, Eosin trying to turn things around right now. They do lose Sleazel. They do lose the Bounty Hunter, and that's very important as well. Luna now sitting at 1,000 gold. Sleazel's going to farm up at the top lane, trying to get that Lincoln Sphere desperately so he doesn't get focused down as quickly, of course, and that'll provide him a little bit extra damage as well. So,
yeah, I mean, honestly, if they get a couple of towers here, you see them at bottom, it's a really good choice here. Now they should really go for this tier 1, take that. If they can grab a tier 2 on top of that, get this gold really close at this point. It's only 5,000 now experience, only 1,500, so that's negligible at this stage in the game. And I would think they're going to lose tier 1, but it looks like they're going to try to defend.
Arteez is going to go right in. He's got DD. There's going to be the Burrow Stricken from Fun. He has his Epicenter. He's going to wait for it to channel. He's got Entangled as well. They're going to get pushed back here. That gem on the... Oh, they're going to purge the bear there. There's going to be a big pull on Goody, though, who is not in the best position at all. Broccoli's going to get Fiend's Gripped as well. They're in some trouble right now. Eosin getting that kill. Bear's going to get recreated, and now they're going to go for this tower, and they should be able to get it as well. Not necessarily the best plays. They didn't have Sleazel. They didn't have the team fight they wanted. There was no Epicenter coming in from the side of Grats Tho. So Eosin now going to try to push a tier 2, and they might be able to do so. There's no buyback for the Bounty Hunter. There isn't one either for the Shadow Demon, and they're going to take a tier 2 out of this. And so Sleazel's going to try to push it, but he's not going to be able to make it in time. They'll TP back to this tier 2 immediately. Tier 2 pretty much at full health right now. The bear sieging towers so quickly. I mean, it's just so tough to deal with. And especially the Illuminate pushing the creep waves back as well. So right now, Eosin +4, they're catching up here, 9 to 11. That is going to provide them a 0 experience difference right now. They've caught up in experience. Gold is back at 2,500, so they're getting there. They're getting where they want to be. RTZ now sitting still, of course, with 1,000 gold. He's got a Ring of the Kill, that at BKB, which we talked about. He might have something flying to him right now. That's the Lincoln Sphere for Sleazel, excuse me. So he'll be able to get that going for him right now. What they really need is they need to kill the Spirit Bear, and they need to take care of that gem. Actually, they just need to kill Lone Druid in general, who has that gem on him right now. He's also got 3,000 gold, the Hand of Midas. He wants that relic, maybe the Hyperstone. Roshan up in about 20 seconds. This is where they're going to go for next, and I don't know if the side of Guanzo as well as the rest of Eosin are going to be able to try to take this, and, well, it's going to be tricky, I'd have to say. I mean, I don't know if
I think Roshan's going to be for free.
They're it looks like it
this.
will.
There's no vision on the map for the Radiant around there. So, this is essentially free, and this is going to help them out a lot for this next fight. Get that Luna, that Aegis. She doesn't have to really fear the Druid or anyone else, and she can just go in there with her ultimate and do a ton of damage like she should be doing. That gem, it's just crazy how much of a difference in this game that has made already. They went from a 5,000 gold, initiation.
Oh, there's going to be fun going into Rorgak right now. Will they be able to chase is the question. He's going to try to TP out. He should be able to get out. Oh, but Disruption just in time, and the Soul Catcher. Rorgak is very dead. He is going to go down. So the immediate initiation after the Roshan fight, they're going to take that. They're going to head bottom right now, try to go for that tier 2 tower, which is still kind of high in health, but it'll be fine. And Vizrune is there as well, but it doesn't matter considering they have the gem on that bear. If that bear is around, or excuse me, the Lone Druid, not the bear itself. But yeah, like you're talking about, it's amazing how much of a difference that the gem is going to make, especially in this game. I mean, they've gotten a bunch of kills because of it. Now they know, I'm pretty sure they know that that gem is there. They've thrown a bunch of sentry wards around the map, so they know that it's not sentry warded. There's no dustbin popped there, so they absolutely understand that. I have to figure they know that it is going to be that Gem of Truth set up. They will take the tier 2 tower for free, and top tier 2 is actually getting pressured. Fortification's available. Guanzo's going to TP out. He'll make it in time. TP going in from me, so he'll be fine as well. So Sleazel TPing here, just making sure that this tower doesn't go down, and now they'll have to back off down here in the bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, a good defense there, and getting that gold just a little bit back. It went up. It was a 2,500 difference, now going more close to 4,000. The experience dipping negligibly once again, though, but at least it's still going back in their favor. But they can't afford to get picked off again. This Radiant team is so good at pushing. Kotal, Lone Druid, Lifesteal, they're going to do massive damage to towers very quickly. So if they just lose a couple heroes, there's not much that they can do on defense except for hope for a really good epicenter or something. So, they do have to be slightly cautious. They can't just do the little bounty hunter walking through this part of the jungle looking for a mango banana.
Yeah, and that's not going to work anymore like you were talking about. Important to note, Eosin has, of course, that AC coming right now. It's just as soon as he gets the recipe for that bear. And once he has that, well, then there's going to be some quicker attack speed, some more tangle procs. Of course, the lifestealer attacking faster is always good when he's got a basher on him right now. So they're playing this really effectively. Eosin +4 playing this just as they need to right now. Sleazel and RTZ up here in the top lane. RTZ picking up what seems to be an ultimate orb, which probably will mean that will be a Manta style. I'd imagine they're going to continue to pressure top lane here. Coming from the backside, you see Fun, who is dusted up, smoked up, excuse me, got an invis rune. Rorgok, not sure if he spotted this out. Illuminate's going to fly. It's going to hit everybody in the face. They're not really concerned about it. Sleazel thinking about diving. Oh, Rorgok is dead right now. He has no help, and he was on the high ground. There was no reason for him to be there, and he did go down. Mech's going to fly right now for Grats Tho. They're going to take down this tier 2 tower and Goody. And
Ooh, that Illuminate hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty, it's a lot of damage. They're just going to take it right to the face.
Bounty Hunter at 40 health.
Yeah, he needs to back now immediately. He needs to actually, like, TP, which he will do. So all of the outer towers for the Radiant gone. Inner towers, they're still available. And here's the next bomb, maybe, if they can find anybody. Me's looking to roam around, and they haven't found anybody just yet, but he is going to go for that Orb of Malevolence, as you can see. So a nice pickup there. He'll also have BKB, which I didn't even notice, but he does have that going for him. Now heading mid. Say again?
I said that's a huge pickup. I mean, we were kind of talking about how BKB would be so helpful against like the Sand King and the Luna. I mean, once you get that, you know, you can really jump into the fight and do what you need to do during that duration.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, that BKB is always nice to have on any hero, really. It's a very nice item just to make sure you can get done what you need to get done. But at the same time, right-click damage also pretty important. Speaking of right-click damage, Bounty Hunter picks up a Ghost Scepter, which means that he wants to avoid, after he does his essentially big nukes, he's going to back off, pop the Ghost Scepter, and try to get out, because he does know that gem is available. So they'll be able to see him, and if he can just use that Ghost Scepter, he'll survive for a lot longer and be able to throw out a second set of attacks there as well. Guanzo now in the trees with that TP. He'll TP out. He's not going to use Rage just yet. And good, he's not going to find him anyway, so it doesn't matter. Down in the bottom lane, you see Broccoli trying to get some vision with that Shadow Poison. They're thinking about pushing this lane out a little bit more. Of course, the Roshan not available again for another 2 minutes, it looks like. I think RTZ still has that Aegis on him. He absolutely does. So he'll get that Yasha relatively soon, and then, of course, the recipe for the Manta style to finish after that. And then, well, he'll be doing a lot of damage. He could use some lifesteal right now. There is the Vlad's up on the Bounty Hunter, so there is that going for them. And probably a Butterfly, I'd imagine, maybe after for the Luna, who is level 15, by the way. 16 for the Weaver, 16 for the Lone Druid as well, 15 for the Nakes right now. So looking at the net worth as well, 13,000 for the Lone Druid. Finishing up that AC, has the Midas as well on him. His Bear is right next to him as he does summon it. So AC, Maelstrom is done. He's got the Hand of Midas. He's also got Normal Venom. Regular boots for him, too. Could turn that Maelstrom into a Mjolnir. That's a lot of attack speed if he really wants to. Rotating around is Sleazel, Fun, as well as Broccoli. There is some wards here. The Radiant Ward here, as well as on the Uber Cliff, which will provide some sort of vision right now. Don't know if they see Sleazel mid at this point. They probably do, I'd imagine. Goody is sitting here on the high ground. Of course, there is this nice little Radiant Ward in the Trifork, the crossroads, if you will, up here in the secret shop area. So now gathering together is, of course, we see Guanzo the Bear as well as the Lone Druid. Still has that gem up on him. And it's farm time now.
It's farm time, and that definitely, I mean, you could say both teams are obviously going to benefit from it. I don't know. I like the late game lifesteal Lone Druid a bit more, but then again, if you do get some CC on that Bear and keep him separate and can kill him, you know, obviously that Bear is his lifeblood. If he doesn't have that up, he's not going to do pretty much any damage in the fight. So, you know, it's essential to not let that get picked off. But I don't know. The Dire's obviously doing a lot of damage too. If Luna can get a little bit more items here, 2,800 gold you see, and probably won't be afraid to spend it because she has that Aegis up. Oh boy, they're roaming around the jungle. This Sand King needs some quick reaction time.
Jump out. Oh, he's going to get pulled immediately. He is dead. Fun is going to go down. He was trying to, of course, use his Sandstorm. Just didn't happen, or his Burrow Strike. But I was waiting for him to just Burrow Strike down into the low ground. I thought he might have saw them come in, but he didn't. So Fun is down for 35 seconds. That's going to give some more room for Eosin and Co. to farm. Sitting at 32 minutes right now in a pretty close game. I'm going to check the graphs at this point. 4,000 experience for Grats Tho, 7,500 for gold, so there still is that sizable lead, but of course you talk about late game. I mean, Sleazel and Luna will be able to do quite a bit, but I don't know, that Lifestealer and Lone Druid, especially if the Lone Druid could get all 6 slots going for him, that's going to be tough. But that is very, very far into the future. 6 slots on your Bear as well as your own person is something that is like almost impossible to achieve, at least from my perspective. Demon Edge on the Weaver, might go for an MKB, might go for crit, not sure just yet.
Yeah, he's got some options. I would normally expect an MKB kind of build coming out on him, but then again, the crit obviously would be very effective as well. Either will do the trick. A B-Fly on Luna, she did finish that Manta, though. We saw her do that. A B-Fly, I believe, would be a really nice pickup for her for survivability terms. I mean, none of these people building MKB, at least not quite yet. I see the Lifestealer or the Lone Druid. So honestly, that could work. You see Lifestealer, he's just 100 gold now off the Abyssal Blade, if that's exactly what I believe he's trying to build here. But if he does that, he can't buy back, so, that might be a little risky.
Absolutely, that would certainly be risky if he got caught out. Setting up over here, he's 3,800, like you said. He will purchase up that complete Abyssal Blade, not worrying about buyback right now, and they need to be careful. He needs to farm more, but they're going to go in and invest on me right now. And they might try to be aggressive here. Roshan should be up in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, or 3. And then that's going to be where the next big fight is. Storm Spirit with 2 big items. Sleazel, of course, with the Lincolns. He's got a Demon Edge as well. Sitting on a lot of gold as well. We see everybody from Eosin rotating down to this bottom, or top lane, excuse me, and they're going to just push this out, make sure it's pushed out. RTZ is going to be farming the jungle. Yeah, he's sitting at 1,200 gold himself. He doesn't have anything else other than that Manta Style and the BKB, which is nice, but that Abyssal Blade is definitely scary, especially in conjunction with that armlet, on top of the fact that there is a Lone Druid has an AC. So you just got to keep that in mind right now. The damage is there for Eosin. They have everything they need to really turn this around. I mean, the big items are sort of there. Oh, this is a long jump and a pull going into Broccoli. They're going to get the kill immediately. RTZ is going to BKB out. He needs to try to get out, and he will do so just somehow. Broccoli, though, going down, and that's a big kill for me. It was a really long jump in there, and then, of course, the Infest from Guanzo getting the kill, no problem whatsoever. Sleazel pushing the top lane, tier 2 available for the mid lane. They're thinking about what they want to do. Roshan available in 2 minutes, about a minute, actually. And Broccoli up in 15 now. Good, he's going to throw some tracks off. He does have that Shadow Walk, but the gem is up on the Lone Druid himself. Lone Druid will back off, as you can see. Now pushing into the tier 3, you can see Sleazel going, trying to deal with this damage. As you can see, Guanzo is going to try to jump in there. He has that Abyssal Blade, but not able to get it in time. Another TP coming back.
Oh, no.
Eosin is actually going to use his Epi and is going to jump in there. And the Burrow Strike right now. Guanzo taking quite a bit of damage. He's going to rage out. A nice Epicenter, but not getting any kills, so a very nice job there. But still, there is Eosin here. He's going to be able to defend this just fine. And they wanted more from that, but unfortunately weren't able to get it. Nice try there.
That was a manly epicenter, I have to say.
Yeah,
the bounty hunter in the jungle. Oh, I thought he might be going for this Storm Spirit with that Orchid, but maybe he just doesn't think he has enough damage? Or maybe he's afraid of that Black King Bar.
I think he's probably afraid of both at this point. He's sitting around here. He might go on him now. I'm not... I mean,
to make him use that Black King Bar would be really huge, honestly. Get that second.
Oh. Do you see the reaction time from Fun? That was absolutely outstanding. He was very close to getting Nightmare. He blinked just in time. He did have to Burrow Strike out of the trees, though, and now, meanwhile, Goody is in some really bad company right now as the bear is right around him, and with that gem, oh, the gem, they're going to see him. They know he's here right now. He's going to go right on top of this. There's the pull going on Goody. He's taking some damage. His Ghost Sceptered up, but it doesn't matter. He was sitting in a precarious position. Not the best. They knew he was there. He'll buy back, however. They're looking for Roshan now. They can maybe take it. It's going to be difficult, but they can maybe take it. They haven't seen an Eclipse in quite some time. There is going to be an Infest up on me. They're going to try to bait this out here, as you can see. Is there a Radiant or a Dire Ward? There is right here. They actually just counter-warded, or it just fell apart. I'm not sure which one.
I swore we just talked about how Bounty Hunter really shouldn't be trying to do that. I mean, the scouting out is a good thing to do, but when you know there's a gem on the other side... Oh, here we go.
Broccoli is going to go down. The Impale is going to go, but it's not going to be enough fun. Now it's going to get silenced as well. Luna has to back off. He's going to throw his Eclipse out. He's going to try to get the kill on me. He's going to BKB, but he's going to go down regardless. That's a good first kill, but RTZ now in a bad position. He did already use, of course, his illusions. Now buyback from the side of the Storm Spirit. He's going to try to jump back into this game. Goody is here, going to get the kill on the bananas right now. Meanwhile, he's going to go Scepter himself, so Guanzo doesn't get the kill on him. Sleazel trying to... Oh, nice time lapse going. RTZ wants to get that kill. They will. Now me and Eosin are alone. That bear not there. He's going to get resummoned, but Eosin is alone. It's a 4-0. Triple kill for Sleazel right now. Eosin trying to get out. I don't know if he can this time. This is going to be trouble. There's the losing beam into stun. He's going to get silenced as soon as he tried to TP. The gem is on the ground, and that is a team wipe, and that is certainly Roshan and maybe more. That is a huge fight for them. A big buyback from Goody, and it works well.
Wow. What a fight indeed. You know, they lose Shadow Demon and Sand King in the first 10 seconds of that fight, and we're thinking, oh boy, they're going to fall back. They're going to let Roshan. This is a huge turnaround for Eosin. And then out of nowhere, in the middle of their team, there's Weaver and Bounty Hunter just wrecking people. And, you know, that Luna able to survive. She was able to do a ton of damage to that ulti. Killing that Storm Spirit before he really got to use that Blacking Bar to absorb most of that damage was a huge part of that fight. And that's exactly why I think they got the way they got. The
Oh,
outcome.
absolutely.
Whew. Words are hard sometimes.
I agree. No, trust me. I certainly know about words and how hard they can be. MKB's done for Weaver. Cheese up on him. It was the third Roshan. Eagle Song done for Luna right now. Almost has enough for that butterfly completed. So Luna's looking really good. Level 20 for him. He's actually the highest with Sleazel also at level 20 right now. So Broccoli's had a rough game. He's sitting at level 11. He's died a couple of times, but it's actually helping out his team quite a bit. Net worth 17,000 going for the Luna, 16,000 for that Weaver. So 15,000 for, of course, the Lone Druid, but going down, definitely not what he wanted. He had 3,200 gold in the bank. He actually could buy back if he needed to, but realizing his entire team is dead, there's no point in doing so. Me did buy back right in that fight, and he wouldn't get down again. So it's essentially a 6-for-2 trade, I believe, for Grats Tho leading that. And now they're going to just roam. Oh, there's a huge creep wave for RTZ to farm here. Absolutely just a ton of farm for RTZ right now. And that's going to give him so much gold. He's going to continue to farm as they push out this top lane. There's no outer towers, which I talked about earlier. Guanzo has that Abyssal Blade, which I believe he might have used in that fight. I didn't see it go off, but still. They just didn't have enough damage. It was close, but it was no cigar. Goody bought back, came back in like you talked about, and just wrecked faces with Sleazel, of course, using that time-lapse early on. He has cheese as well, so they're going to continue to push this out right now. Mid lane, Me is here pushing the mid lane out here, just trying to push this out without his team, as you can see. There's no reaction coming in from the side of Grats, though. Unsurprisingly, I wouldn't chase after him either. So he'll just head back to the bottom lane. He'll push that out now, too. So Tier 3s are going to get pushed sometime soon. The Aegis is available for RTZ for another 6 minutes. I believe they got it about 38, 37-ish. Yeah, roughly about 37, late 37, so
He's going to have it, and he got the butterfly, which is, like I was saying earlier, a really huge pickup for survivability. Now we might see his next item just be a Satanic or something. That way he has the ultimate sustain, can stay in those fights, not worry about it. He's already doing 280 damage on auto attacks, you know, so he's doing plenty of it. Of course, that's with the bouncing glaives on top of that, so you're splashing everyone. And then put track on that for minus armor. I mean, they really have a complete package. That's 5,000 gold on Bounty Hunter. I mean, at this point, is he just saving for buybacks, or is he actually going to, you know, do something with this?
Well, I mean, he just bought back, and he actually has it in 50 seconds, so I'd imagine he'll buy back again if need be. If they get a fight and he feels okay and comfortable, I'm sure he'll be able to just absolutely kill everybody. Meanwhile, Illusion's going to push into the base, doing a little bit of damage. The Bear, still AC, the Midas and the Maelstrom. Eosin has that gem right back up on him, as well as the Vlad's too, so... meanwhile, Me is actually in a very bad position here. He's got not a whole lot of mana. He's going to try to get down there. He's going to try to drink his bottle. There's the track, as you can see. He's going to ball lightning again, perhaps, maybe. There's the BKB. He's going to try to get out desperately. He might do so. The Bear going to come in right now. Oh, big entangle on Fun. He is going to go down for sure. There is that gem there. They're going to continue to chase. RTZ's committed now. They're looking to go. Lucent Beam on Eosin. They want to continue to fight. Meanwhile, on the backside, Guanzo going to go down. Somehow was trying to fight all of them, but they were all there. Illuminate's going to fly, going to hit Goody. Oh, God, Goody has to get back. Gem on him as well, so they're going to look to push with the Illusions. They don't have to go through that Lifestealer, but the Bear, of course, is also a problem that they have to deal with, as well as that Illuminate, which just obliterates any pushing power you've got. Coming back is Broccoli, who did go down, I believe. No, maybe not. Fun did, though, and he was the first. Goody does have to be careful. I mean, he's got an AC actually on him right now, but he also needs to head home. I mean, he's got no life. He can buy back, I believe. Does he have enough money? No, is the answer. Meanwhile, Sleazel sitting with Eagle Song, which will be a Butterfly as well. So Butterfly is happening left, right, and center for Grats, though. They're in a position where they should be pretty comfortable. They have the Aegis. They'll probably want to fight soon, within the next 2 minutes, I'd imagine. But they don't want to force anything that they maybe don't feel comfortable about, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, this is just the thing. Both teams that last fight really overextending when they didn't need to. They really wanted that Storm Spirit, but when that BKB happened, I don't know why they continued to chase towards their base. They had to know that the support was going to be coming in, and fortunately, it didn't really work out that bad. In fact, it worked in their favor because that Lifestealer actually was really overextended too, and he went down for it. So, at the end of the day, these teams are getting a little bit sloppy in these games, and these kind of mistakes really turn the fight at 42 minutes in.
Absolutely. I mean, Guanzo going down, certainly not what they wanted. RTZ sitting at level 22, has 1,700 gold, should be almost enough to buy back. He's got to be careful. He does have the Aegis, though, so he'd have to die first and then die again. So you'd have to die hard, if you will.
Oh,
I know. He's very clever.
the wit is here.
Yeah. Me with the Nyx bomb, he might jump in a second. Will he is the question. He's looking at it. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. He's waiting. He's waiting. Here he goes. Maybe. The pipe is up. Here, as you can see, they're going to go on the bear right now. Me, thinking about it. There's the blind. The tower does go down. They're going to blink in right onto Broccoli. Again, there's the Nyx bomb. Me taking a lot of damage. He's going to go down. Perhaps no, he doesn't. The Eclipse is going to fly as well. Guanzo getting focused so hard. There's the epicenter damage coming in. Fun with a double kill. Immediate buyback from Guanzo. Eosin's going down as well. He's going to buy back. Everybody buying back, as you can see. And they're going to focus the racks now. That is the melee. Could be the range if they decide to keep going. Guanzo now wants to go in. Sleazel. The Linkage Sphere Open Wounds was used. Now it's not available. And the ranged racks stays alive for the time being. But, man, that was a really good fight for Grats, though. I mean, they just keep going on Broccoli every time. And he doesn't care if he dies. He's, like, not even needed in these fights, so...
Yeah, exactly. He kind of served his purpose. He got the bear picked off. I mean, that's not really what you want to do. Unfortunately, with your support, you'd rather get the hero killed. But, a bear kill is still really important at this point in the game. It's a super long cooldown, 120 seconds, 2 minutes. So, if you can get that kill and he has to resummon it right away, if you get another kill, speaking of which,
if he goes down here, this game might be over. Eosin will fall. Rorgak might be next. Looking for him. Brostrike not available for 3. But that is going to be the end of Eosin's life, and he's down for 73 seconds. And without him, I don't know if they can defend this, really. I mean, he had no bear, so look at these glaives just going into town on the tower. It looks pretty funny, too. Guanzo's going to try to right-click him, he'll rage him, and just make sure that they get taken care of. Broccoli making his way back through the mid lane. They're waiting for that next. Sleazel's going to rotate around to the top lane and try to take out that range Rex, I imagine, which is very low in life. There's a glyph available, but they might want to save it here. Nyx bomb is available again. They've got 50 seconds with which to work. Will they do it is the question.
Yeah, I think they need to obviously make something happen here. It's a long time to obviously not push in, and all their team is stacked up here. There's the pipe, so they're looking to go in.
Yeah, they're going to go Satanic Recipe done for the Luna right now. Just needs that Reaver. Going to try to go. There's going to be the Glyph and the Blind at the same time. Not necessarily the best option to do so. 25 seconds left. Tier 3's gone. Melee Rax is next. Game pause from Keeper of the Light. Disconnect coming out from me, which is not the best time for this to happen, unfortunately. This is probably the worst time for it to happen, actually.
Yeah, this would be one of them. The only time it would be worse if he, just jumped into the middle of their team.
Yeah, yep.
and then it happened.
Then he just didn't do anything. They're like, why didn't you pull? Why didn't you Static Remnant? Just do anything. Get out. And then it wasn't good for them, unfortunately. It would not have been good for them, unfortunately. But no harm, no foul, at least not yet anyway. So they're going to pause the game real quick. Once again, thanks for joining us in Neo Dota. You can, it's being casted by myself, Maut, as well as Jay. Jay, where can they find you while we've got some time?
Twitter at J4Y Gaming, all one word. Also on the old XSplit Twitch. It's also twitch.tv/J4Y Gaming. Thank you.
Definitely check him out for sure. Really good caster, and probably the first caster I ever co-casted with. I think that's right. Maybe. I could be wrong.
Sounds pretty accurate. Well, I don't know. I don't know your history, but we definitely we're quite the pair.
We go way back.
We got some roots.
We do. Not like the show with LeVar Burton, Kunta Kinte, but
no.
Like actual roots from a tree. Anyways, waiting to get back into the game. Game's still paused, of course, waiting on the Storm Spirit, unfortunately. If you're enjoying the cast, remember to follow Jay. He just gave you his Twitter account. You can follow me at twitch.tv/MauntDota2 and the same at twitter.com/MauntDota2. And hopefully later on tonight, sometime very much later, I will be doing maybe another cast perhaps, but I do have to get up very early tomorrow, so that is still up for debate. I will have to see. God, I hate having to go to work in the morning on Sundays.
Yeah, that really sucks. I mean, Sunday is the day of rest. That's its purpose.
Not for me.
I
I do
think.
most of my casting on Sunday, I feel like.
Well, that's kind of restful for you, right? That's your. How about this? The day of doing what you want to do. That's what Sunday should be.
True. All right, fair enough. But I still have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, that's not part of the plan.
No, that is not part of the plan, unfortunately. Me taking a little while here. Glyph not available. I think they just used it. Yeah, they used it for the tier 3. The tier 3 went down. Now they're going on the Raxus here. So, ETA. I agree with that question right there.
That's a nice thing, especially the way this game's going. I mean, you obviously can't just throw in the towel here. I mean, this is single elimination, correct? So, if you lose here, you're done. And
Yes.
they've been putting up a pretty good fight up to this point. Obviously, now you see that gold, 25,000 experience, 25,000. I mean, at this point in the game, it really is just completely going in the favor of Dire. But up to this point, man, they were really close in this game. I thought, in that fight around Roshan, I thought that really was their comeback moment.
It was that fight here, the high ground over near the mid lane, where RTZ just stood on the high ground and he right-clicked everybody down to pretty much low health, and Goody came in and Sleaze as well, just provided just so much extra damage. And they team-wiped him, and it was actually 6 kills because me had to buy back. So that's really when it got out of control. The butterflies were finished up shortly afterwards, and then they just decided to go for towers and stuff. So they're doing fine for themselves. And right now, still waiting on me. And yeah, you can't throw in the towel just yet, but I mean, you'd like to see somebody to get back into the game as quickly as possible, especially the last game that we're doing tonight.
I just remember the GEST qualifiers. It seemed like every other game that I was helping cast, there was some kind of DC or pause. People with their internet had issues galore, and I think a lot of the teams are actually playing in cafes and stuff, like LAN cafes. So
it's so weird.
Which you would think their internet would be really good or something, because isn't that the purpose of one of those is to have?
Yeah, but at the same time, when you have 5 players playing.
Well, that's true.
I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah, you're probably right. They should probably have better internet LAN cafes. I mean, I don't really know how it works.
I've never actually physically been to one. There's none really close to me anyways, so
yeah.
I'd like to, though. I mean, that'd be probably fun for a while, but then again, you would go there and be like, where's my computer? You get so accustomed to it that it might be a little strange using a foreign one.
That's why you bring your keyboard and your mouse and you just adjust the settings on the computer. Well, that actually probably wouldn't work, so never mind. They probably wouldn't let you adjust the settings. I don't know actually how it works, so.
We're obviously not experts on this topic.
No, definitely not. I'm just trying to fill time because I have no idea what else to talk about. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I feel like this game is in the hands of Grats Tho right now. We're just waiting on me to reconnect. I mean, I'm not saying that they can't come back. It would just be very difficult. Lone Druid's down for another 22 seconds. If they initiate now, they die. If they don't initiate now, they lose another set of Raxes, and they go up to the top lane and take the ranged Rax there. And that's 2 sets of Raxes down. And at that point, usually the time when I call a game lost is probably right around the point when you have two sets of Raxes missing, and no sets of Raxes have been taken by the other team, or you haven't taken any Raxes yourself. So don't mean to be morbid or pessimistic here, but Eosin put up a good fight for the most part now. If they could turn it around, I'd certainly call it amazing, but we'll have to wait and see, as we're still waiting on the game right now. Me taking a bit of time getting back into the game. He did, in fact, DC, so hopefully he'll be in just a second. There he goes. Boom. He's going to reconnect, and we're going to get an unpause, and the action will continue here, maybe into the culmination of a climactic event, and we'll have to find out. And Dota, indeed, I agree, RTZ. He has that Satanic coming soon as that, well, I don't think anything's on the courier right now, but as soon as that Reaver is done.
Dota.
Dota, yes.
He just wants to play Dota,
I just
man.
scream that a lot when I'm in my house and I'm alone. I'm just sitting and I'm reading a book. And I'm like, Dota!
I wake up with cold sweats in the middle of the night. I just scream, Dota!
He's just like, Dota, oh my god, Dota.
Go. Yes. Here we go.
Alright, we're getting back into the game. Unpausing, here we go. Right-clicking the freaking Rax down. RTZ's just going ham on this thing. There's the range Rax. The melee Rax is dead as well. Yeah, it took a little bit longer for some reason at the end there, but it does go down. Range Rax in the top lane. It might be the next one to be focused here. Arteezy's going to set his illusions to maybe try to finish it off. He's going to finish off the little small buildings first. They're going to actually rotate down bottom, not really fearing, of course, the top lane, which will get pressured eventually. As you can see, the melee creeps are taking care of it just fine. So there it goes. The rain racks to the top lane down. Bottom lane, now we see the Satanic finished. Bounty Hunter pausing. Disconnect from the Storm Spirit again. Guanzo, Ellipsis. Well, I mean, he's your player, so don't even joke.
Every time a player DCs in Dota, a cat sheds a tear.
You poor cat.
Actually, I shed a tear. Let's be honest. It's unfortunate here. Oh, hello. Me is back.
He's back. So Eosin +4. They've got one chance at defending this. It's gonna be tough.
One chance to rule it. I don't honestly know if they can really put up the fight at this point. You know, these Dire Heroes are just so strong. They have at least one big item over everyone else, if not two at this point, and that just makes such an enormous difference when you're in these fights with auto attacks in the late game.
Absolutely. I mean, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be really tough. Here it
This is
comes,
also
though.
This is the part where Bane is just not really going to help a ton either. Nightmare will help a little bit, but you know they each have a BKB for the most part, and the Bane feed script's not going to do a lot. But we'll see what they do.
There's going to be the Blinding Light. Illuminate's going to fly as well. It's going to stop the push for the time being, but here comes Arteezy on the tier 3. There's going to be the next bomb jumping in. There's the Infest as well. Arteezy getting focused down right now. He's going to use his BKB. There's the Epicenter as well. Not doing a whole lot of damage. Arteezy hasn't used his Satanic just yet. There it goes. Guanzo, the first to fall. Eosin, the second. Double kill for Arteezy right now. They're going to go on the tier 3 tower, and that should be it. Keeper of the Light getting a kill on Goody on the backside, but now Sleazel wants to chase. Oh, the Ghost Scepter. The Ghost Scepter. The Ghost Scepter. Sleazel, no. He's silenced. He's actually going to use the cheese, though. It doesn't matter, but is he going to go down? Sleazel. Time lapse is not in time. Doesn't matter. Oh, no way. He does go down. Oh, man. Now Me is alone. He is dead, and that is going to be it. That is going to be GG. That's going to be it for us tonight, guys. I appreciate you joining us. I mean, it was a big day of Dota. I know that there are other games to be casted. I'll be back sometime later, hopefully to bring you a cast of Empire versus Grats Tho. I'm not exactly 100% sure about that one, but we will be casting sometime soon, so keep it locked here on Neo Dota, excuse me. Of course, we'll have Killing Spree as well as Dota Hut coming up. 2 o'clock for Killing Spree North America, Dignitas versus Team Liquid. That is the King of the Hill matchup, so keep that in mind. You're going to want to keep it tuned here, and it'll be a pretty important game, so we'll have to see how it does pan out. Thanks for joining us, guys. Once again, I am Maut. Joining me is Jay. Where can they find you, my friend?
Oh, you can just check me out at J4Y Gaming on Twitter. Same with Twitch, twitch.tv/J4Y Gaming.
Excellent. Remember to follow us on neodota.com, twitter.com/neodota2, twitch.tv/neodota2, my Twitter, twitter.com/mautdota2, and of course twitch.tv/mautdota2. And that's it. That's all of the stuff that I have to pimp. So have an excellent evening, guys. I'll be back sometime later.